Hey, John, welcome in. How you doing? Trying something new this evening. We will see how it goes. So last minute kind of pivot on things, but what I'm going to try to do tonight is do one of these like mystery ones, the surprise set things that they do here on Whatnot. I don't know if you've been in any of those rooms. It's popular with like cards and different things like that. Right now, comics do it a lot. But I thought we'll try it. We'll start some auctions up here in a little bit. Each bid will get an original sketch, and each one will get a random character assigned by the wheel. I am going to start them less than what commissions normally are, so this could be a good chance to get a discounted commission if you're interested. The only catch is it's going to be a surprise, so we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I wanted to try something a little different and see if this format might work for future shows and a few other ideas that I might have down the road. But first, I'm going to warm up and just draw a little Absolute Bane here, and we'll let some folks hop in and see if anybody comes through for the moment. So, how are you doing? What is new and exciting? Let me go ahead and see if I even know how to work this functionality on the back end here. Okay, so that's what it does. Yeah, let's see how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and run one, just testing it out, seeing how it works here. Well, the functionality at least is easy enough to. So we'll try that throughout the evening as some folks come in. We'll see how this goes. In the meantime, I am gonna just work on some drawings anyway. Hey, welcome in, Mine. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Hey, I'm trying something new this evening too. If you want to hang out, we're doing trying to do one of those surprise set formats. So this could also be a chance to get some commissions at a little bit of a discount. I'm going to run some auctions throughout the show, and whoever wins, a random character gets assigned, and you'll get a sketch. So, see how it works out. But I appreciate you checking out my work. Let me know if you have any questions. Which ones did you bookmark? What were you interested in? Or what caught your eye, rather? And on the wheel tonight, we have some staples like Batman. We've got Spider-Man. I got Catwoman on the wheel. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the wheel. An assortment of different characters there that you could land on, and everyone walks away with an original sketch card after this show. Go ahead and run that again in case anyone is interested. And we'll see how it works out. The Crow, Spawn, and Skeletor. Nice. Those are all fun characters to draw. Coolest Trico sketch. Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I think that's probably the only time I've ever actually drawn Trico, too, by the way. But it's fun. So, I don't know. Those should be in the shop right now. If you're interested in any of those, let me know. And if they're not showing up in the shop, let me know. I can remedy that. I might have, in the process of trying to attempt a surprise set tonight, I might have not added everything to my shop that's normally there. But I appreciate the kind words. Have you been on Whatnot long? And do you pick up a lot of art from different folks here on Whatnot? And those characters that you all mentioned, I don't have any of them on the wheel this evening, but I do have Venom on the wheel. Venom is probably the closest design-wise to some of those you mentioned. Welcome in, buy that for $1. How are you doing this evening? It's a little bit different of a show for me this evening. I'm going to run auctions periodically. The winner gets a character assigned to them, and you get an original sketch card. I will draw it for you, and you get that. So unlike other surprise sets that I've seen on Whatnot, maybe there's some others doing this, I'm not sure. But everyone gets a free sketch, or not a free sketch, everyone gets an original sketch out of the show. And I'm starting the commissions less than what they normally do, so you could end up with a discount. The only question is, who will it be? Getting out of the fan art scene due to too many scalpers. Now I'm only collecting just a couple of sets. Nice, fair enough. I'm not sure I understand the too many scalpers in the fan art scene. I'm not sure what that is. Ultimately, though, I would like to do less of this stuff myself. I have some original creations that I want to focus more time and energy on, but people do like the characters they're familiar with, that's for sure. So what are your favorite pieces in your collection right now? I'm intrigued by your follow-up question on that. So what about for either? What's your favorite out of everything and your favorite from an artist? What are your favorites? Hey, over on YouTube, welcome in, Just Rose. Appreciate you stopping by. I am mostly focused over on Whatnot during the live show, but I appreciate you tuning in. You are Turkish. I am based in Florida, out here on the southeast coast of Florida. So we're just hanging out at the drawing table tonight, doing some drawing, having some fun, trying something new here on Whatnot with the surprise sets. We will see how it goes. Welcome in, Charles. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday so far. Spin the wheel, get a character assigned to you, and I draw it live on screen. So you get an original sketch card with a character. Characters on the wheel tonight are like Batman, Spider-Man. We've got Catwoman. We've got Storm. If you like X-Men, I've also got Rogue on the wheel. We've got Venom on the wheel. If you like your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I have each of them on the wheel as well. So if you're interested in spinning the wheel and taking a chance, you will get an original sketch out of it. And you're going to get it most likely at a discount, because typically my commissions are I charge $25 for a commission piece. Now, obviously, you get to choose what you have on it at that point, and this one's a little more random. But tonight, I'm just testing out this feature, so I'm starting the sketch cards at like 7. We'll see how it goes. Okadoodly and Aaron Boblich. I'll have to look them up. Oh, no worries. I'll take. Hope your son is doing okay there. How old is your son? I'll have to look up those artists though. I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not as hip to the Pokemon scene as I should be. I do try to draw some of the characters, and I think there's definitely some interesting characters in there from an art side standpoint. But as far as Pokemon as a phenomenon, it kind of passed by me. It's like a blind spot that I sort of developed. Seems like something that I might have liked along the way, but I think it just kind of got away from me. But some of those characters are a lot of fun to draw. I've done a couple of Pokemon specific shows recently just to add some more of those characters to my inventory. Because I'm no dummy. I know there's people out there that like them. And I will say that's been a fun exercise, because there's a lot out there that I don't know. So seeing some of the different character designs and some of the different creatures and things has been neat. Wow, we'll be 4 in January. Holy cats. So my daughter just turned 20 not too long ago, but I remember the 3 and the 4 year age. Enjoy it. I appreciate you taking some time and hanging out at in the show tonight. I'm trying to figure... Oh, there we go. That's all I had to do. Let me see. You mentioned a few of those cards you were interested in. Let me scroll back up here. The Crow, Spawn, and Skeletor. You also mentioned Trico. Oh, I even had Spawn. I need to make sure I still have that Spawn, actually. So it looks like I have those. It looks like the way I have them priced now, they'd be $75 for all of them. Would you be interested in... Oh, wait, hang on. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. I see. Yeah, no, I get that totally too, yeah. But you're right. That always will be rewarding. And, I imagine your journey will be a little more unique than maybe some others, but maybe not as unique as... I don't know. I feel like as we get older, it seems like there's... I don't know. I seem to hear more of those stories, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So maybe it's becoming a little more common, perhaps. I don't know. But it sounds like you got a good attitude about all of it. So that's important. Just got to show up every day and do all that for sure. So would you be interested if I did a bundle on those cards? Would you be interested in them for $60? I'm going to keep working on this Bane here. Just let me know if you think that's something you'd be interested in. I actually want to check and make sure that I do... For some reason, that Spawn one was... I want to make sure I still have that one. So discuss amongst yourselves while I'm just looking through some cards for a quick minute. Because also it occurs to me I probably need to make a better audit of my inventory there and make sure that I haven't sold things at in-person shows recently that... All right. Yeah, I think the spawn one might be out. Oh, I see. Yeah, no worries. That's totally understandable. I get that too. I'm the same way. So, but it's actually good that I check on those because I do still need to update my inventory and clean up. Make sure I still have everything that's listed there. That is the part of this process that I'm not always the best at. All right, we're gonna throw that up again in case anyone has hopped in who'd be interested in playing along. It's sketch card commission night. Place a bid, spin the wheel, get a random character assigned to you, and I will draw it. So you will come away with an original sketch card. If not, no worries. I got other things floating around the bin as well. Feel free to take a look. Let me know if y'all have any questions. If you just want to hang out and watch, that's totally fine too. I'm just going to work on a few pieces while we hang out. So, Business, what do you do when you're not hanging out on Whatnot streams? I hear you. Nice. What do you do for work? Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a good Wednesday night so far. Hope the week is treating y'all well. You know, it's a lot of fun too. Is we got Inktober right around the corner. That'll be coming up in October. I just saw they're going to drop the prompt list at the beginning of September. That could be a fun month for Whatnot streams. I might try to incorporate some of Inktober into my shows there. In that case, they would probably be a little less of the fan art side and more like original illustrations. I don't know. We'll see if I can keep up with it. I like to attempt it every so often. some years I can follow along for the entire month, and then other years I kind of drop out pretty about halfway through. But Inktober is a fun exercise too. Every day in October, there's a different prompt, and artists all around the globe do their interpretation of that prompt. And you just share them on social media, and it's always cool just to see how many different perspectives there are when it comes to like flight, the word flight, or whatever the prompts might be. So stay tuned. Inktober on Whatnot could be an interesting slate of shows. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and run that commission spot again if anyone is interested. Starting at, you know what? Let's get crazy on the next one. I'm going to drop it down even a couple more bucks. Mostly because I just want to see how this whole thing works. And because I'm just trying to test out the functionality of awesome. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I have fun with Inktober stuff in the past, and in fact, maybe I'll put together a recap of all that. I should probably do that anyway as we get ready for for this year. I should find some of my favorite pieces from past Inktobers and put them up. Maybe I'll do that for over on Instagram one day. Got to feed the content machine and all. See, these Whatnot streams are good, not just for creating work, but also brainstorming and figuring out what I should be doing after a Whatnot stream. And it's cool too because over on social media, if you start searching by that hashtag Inktober, not only can you find probably some of the old ones, but as we get closer to October, there's going to be an awful lot of cool stuff floating around out there. I'm going to sound like a broken record probably between now and the end of October because I'll most likely be talking about it quite a bit, which means I should probably start coming up with my game plan for October. Because as evidenced by the Halloween decor and pumpkin spice smells in the stores I was in recently, it will be here before we know it. So today is also New Comic Book Day, And I was doing a string of shows kind of in connection with that, but obviously this one's a little different. Anybody pick anything up at the comic shops? What's on your pull list this week? What do you recommend? All right, we're going to keep running that just in case anybody new has popped in and might be interested. Yeah. See what happens tonight. But no pressure. I might try this again next week on next week's show, and at least that way I will have more advanced time to promote it. Like this was literally like a audible I just called an hour or so before I came on stream. I was like, let me try that. So we'll try it again. Sometimes you just got to do things a few times here and before you make a decision on if it works or not. All right, let's see. I think I'm about wrapped up with this Absolute Bane here. Absolute Bane is also one of the ones on the wheel tonight. If anyone's interested, you can spin the wheel. If you get that one, you could either get the one I just drew, or I can draw a whole fresh one for you. All right, we're gonna run this one again, and then I think I'm gonna bump it back up to 7 to start. So it's last chance at a $5 sketch card. If anybody would like to try that out. If not, no worries. All right, we are back at 7 now, if anyone is interested. Hey ATL, I just hopped back over to YouTube. I see you over on YouTube. How are you doing? Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to take part and maybe get a cheap commission this evening, or cheap sketch card, head on over to Whatnot. Make sure you follow us there and tune in live while we're drawing. All right, I might. Let me see if I want to do something else here while we hang out. All right, Chad. Any ideas who you would want to see next? Any thoughts there? You know what? Maybe I'll do another spawn since I think I'm out of spawns at the moment. Yeah, why not? Let me move some markers out of the way. All right. We're gonna just do a kind of a close up on Spawn here, and maybe I'll draw another version of him too. But put some of that energy crackling off of there. Oh, I'm not even on screen. Y'all just gotta yell at me sometimes. Welcome in, Dizzle. How are you doing? Here's what we're gonna do since you just entered. We're gonna run a spot here in the auction. Oh, I left it at 5. I guess you're getting a bonus $5 spin. Basically, these are all commission spots. If you want to play along, you just throw a bid out there. You can get a deep discount on a commission. You'll get an original sketch card. It will randomly randomly assign a character to you, and then that will be the character on your sketch card. Trying it out, seeing if this is something that I want to do more of. You know, sometimes you got to try something new. And if no one's interested, that's fine. We'll try it again next week when I can promote this a little more. And we'll go from there. I think it could be fun. You know, if you like collecting sketch cards, if you like playing these surprise set games, And if you have done these in other rooms and you haven't been as happy with the end result, well, guess what? Everyone who spins the wheel here gets an original sketch card. So that's something, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll see how it goes. By the way, if you're watching over on YouTube and you would like to get in on this deep discount for sketch card commissions, you've got to hop over to Whatnot. Whatnot is where we're doing this right now. Unfortunately, I can't set that up on YouTube, or on YouTube. No, I can't do it on YouTube. My brain just drifted for a minute. But we're gonna see how this works out. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but you never know until you attempt it. Right? I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up there and run it again in case anyone has just hopped in and is curious as to what we got going on here this evening. We're gonna keep running it. Maybe somebody will want to hop in. And if not tonight, well, maybe next week. I know. I don't have any like giant prismatic SPC sets or ETBs or whatever they're called floating around back there. I don't have any slab books with autographs on the table, but you can get an original sketch card. If you like that kind of thing, this could be kind of fun. Or if you just like getting sketch cards at a deep, deep discount, tonight's your night. But probably. So I'll probably just hang out until I finish this Spawn sketch card. And we'll try to run these spots a little bit, a couple more times, see if anybody hops in and might be interested. If not, no worries. We'll try again next week. Maybe I'll try again over the weekend if I can find time to hop on. Ooh. My sketch card is sliding down the table here. Because I really do think this could be kind of fun. But we'll see. Or maybe my fun detector is just off. That is entirely possible too. And it wouldn't be the first time. gravity thing is not working in my favor tonight. These things keep sliding. Let's go ahead and run it again. See if anyone out there is interested. Let me fix the price on that. Can I fix it here? All right, $7 start, and you get a randomly assigned character, which I will draw on a sketch card for you. Characters on the wheel tonight include Batman, Spider-Man, Catwoman, Storm, Rogue. We got all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there. Each one individually, not all 4 together. We've got Venom. We've got Clayface is even on the board tonight. Random mix. We got Marvel. We got DC. We got some independent. There are 15 characters on the board. If you're interested in playing along, we will get that wheel going again, and you can take a crack at it. Or if you like a little more control over your commission choices, I do sell sketch card commissions for $25. They should be in the buy it now. If they're not, let me know. You can always grab one that way and get the make sure you get the character you want. I'm going to go ahead and run that again, and let me keep working on this spawn card here. Appreciate everybody passing through this evening, hanging out, checking out some of the work we got going on. Welcome in, Little Junkie. How are you doing? We'll go ahead and run this again in your honor here. We're doing sketch card randomizers tonight. Bid on a card, you got a character assigned to you, and I will draw that character on a sketch card for you. So everyone who gets a spot here in the show gets an original sketch card, sleeved and top loaded out of it. You're even tonight. You're getting bigger discounts on sketch card commissions than I normally. Usually, I sell sketch card commissions for $25. They're starting tonight at 7, and so you could get a pretty good savings on a sketch card if you're into that sort of thing. And the only catch is it's going to assign the character for you. It's going to be completely random. So we're going to go ahead and run it again just in case anyone is interested. This is the first night I'm attempting this. This is brand new for me. So this is a test. We're trying to see if it works, if I like it. I'll probably do it for a couple more shows too. Tonight was pretty last minute, so I want to make sure I have time to actually promote it a little better. But yeah, so that's what we're attempting tonight. And my card is sliding down the table here. Aside from that, I am just working on Spawn right now. We just did Absolute Bane. Spawn is not on the wheel, but Absolute Bane is. And if someone gets that, you can either have the one I just drew, or I can draw another one. But characters on the wheel tonight include Batman, Spider-Man, we got Catwoman, we got Clayface is even on there. Each of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got, who else do we have on there? We got 15 spots total. We got Storm, we got Rogue. I think I included Gambit on there. Nice assortment. We got Marvel, we got DC, a little bit of indie. So, trying something different out. Welcome in, Sparus. How are you doing? We're running $7 card spots tonight. The only catch is it's going to randomly assign the character for you. So if you're interested, you get a pretty good discount on an original sketch card. The catch is, who knows who you're going to get? Something a little different. At least a little different for me. I know a lot of other shows use this function for cards and comics and anything like that. Not sure if any other artists have started using it. They may very well have, and I just am late to the show. I'm not 100% certain. But I thought, well, let me attempt it. Because I have another idea that I want to do with the surprise set idea down the line. So this will at least let me test out the functionality. I might use the surprise set in the future for maybe selling some stuff out of my personal collection, maybe. But, to be determined. Lots of thoughts. See what happens. Oh no, sorry. You're right. I don't have Cyclops on there. Tune into the next show. I'll add Cyclops to the wheel for sure. Maybe that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I'll theme the wheel more to like have an X-Men wheel or have a Marvel wheel or who knows. give me a follow, bookmark my future shows. I think I only have one other show currently scheduled. That's next week, which I will certainly do the surprise sets again for that. I might try to hop on this weekend if I have some time and do another one. In which case, I will certainly add Cyclops to the wheel. In fact, let me make that note. With your luck, you get TMNT. So, are you saying you're not a TMNT fan? Is that what you mean by that? I'm gonna throw it out there anyway, in case anyone's interested. I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. It's been a pretty cold wheel this evening, and this is my first night testing this out. I'll probably, if somebody gets something they're not super crazy about, we might be able to modify that for them. But I am gonna probably sign off after Spawn here if I don't have anything happening there. Yeah, same way. I was the same way. I mean, I still appreciate them. I still enjoy them a little bit, but I don't follow them nearly as closely as I did when I was a kid. Although I did enjoy, well, I enjoyed the original Last Ronin storyline. I do say I will enjoy that. I did enjoy that, but it has since spawned a whole bunch of other like Ronin verse content, and I haven't followed any of that stuff. So we're gonna go again. We got it running now. Auctions live. $7 starts. For $7, you could get your very own hand-drawn sketch card. I'm going to be honest. I have fallen down the rabbit hole of surprise set shows recently. And they can be a lot of fun, or they can be very frustrating. At least that's been my experience. If the wheel is not playing nice with you, it can be an interesting experience. So one of my ideas with incorporating the surprise set was just saying, hey, look, everybody's going to get an original sketch. Might be a character you wouldn't expect or normally choose, but everybody off this wheel tonight, walks away with an original sketch card of some sort. Slabs, top loaded, all that kind of stuff. Oh, hey! Nice, I didn't even see a bid there, Spars. Cool, you got Rogue. Awesome. You know what? We're going to put Spawn away. We're going to start working on Rogue here. Good for you. And you're happy with Rogue? All right, so we're going to work on Rogue here. This is the first grab off of the wheel tonight. Appreciate you throwing a bid out there. Normally, I don't know if you heard the spiel already. Your top 5 X-Men. Nice. How do you feel about the casting news that came out? Not sure if you heard my spiel at the beginning. Normally, sketch card commissions run about $25. So tonight is a big discount on cards, which is super cool. Happy to get you one of your favorite X-Men here, one of your top 5. I know the actress only from like the social media buzz that she's created, but I gotta say I think she looks pretty cool for the part. Yeah, I sort of feel like, I don't know about you, I sort of feel like I'm in that demographic now where anybody they cast for X-Men, since it seems like they're going to be going younger, I'm probably not going to be familiar with most of them, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But I certainly, now I knew Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, of course, but they brought the cast out at D23, the ones that have been casted already or cast already, and probably the one I knew most, of course, was Adam Driver. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's just the nature of life, right? Starting to understand more what when our parents would make comments like that about the people we liked. Am I in frame here? Let me slide over a little bit. Yeah. All right, we got Rogue here from the surprise set wheel. We're, you know what? Let's do this. Shift her over. I'll work on her, and then as I get closer to the end, I'll go ahead and run another spot. If anybody is interested, we can do another. I grew up, so I collected a lot of books heavily in the 90s, late 80s, mostly 90s. Uncanny X-Men, X-Men were some of the books that I really collected mostly. So, that was Jim Lee, Chris Claremont era. That was Savage Land Rogue era. That was, it was a good run of X-Men there that I happened to be a part of. And yeah, I really like all these characters. The X-Men 97 show, I really dug that a lot too. Hey Curly, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Welcome in to anyone who I might have missed. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Jim Lee X-Men, Alan Davis Excalibur were my comics entry point. Nice. I read a little bit of Excalibur. I didn't read that extensively, so I'm not as up to speed on that one. But X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. I was into New Mutants a little bit. Into X when they became X-Force, was into them in that time period as well. X Factor a little bit. X Factor was probably one of my least favorite X books, and no fault to X. But there were so many titles. However, the Extinction Agenda storyline, that was like one of my favorites growing up. Hmm. Once we get a little ways into this rogue card, I will run another spot. So if anyone is interested in playing along, appreciate you hanging out. Wasn't quite sure how this would work out tonight, but I was curious to try to incorporate the surprise sets into my process here. So see how everything goes. All sketch cards do get shipped in sleeves and top loaders. By the way, just heads up on that. Oh, hey, thanks, Curly. I appreciate that. Sorry if I drift away sometimes during the stream, but drawing and talking are kind of a trick sometimes. I'm going to go ahead, you know what, in case anyone's interested, I'm going to go ahead and run the next spot. And if anybody else would like to play along, we'll start a list here, and I will get some more characters worked out. Basically, you bid on a spot, you get assigned a character, and then I'll draw it for you. So everybody who participates, not only are you getting a discount on sketch cards, but everybody walks away with an original sketch. I've fallen into some of these card shows, the Marvel shows, the Star Wars Galaxy shows, where I would love to pull a sketch card from something like that. But of course, the chances of that, the odds are kind of against you on that. So I thought, what if there was a show where everyone got a sketch card? So it's the first time I'm doing it. We'll refine this. We'll figure out what works, what doesn't. And we'll go from there. Thanks for spreading the word, Mind. I appreciate that. And welcome in, Curly. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday and a good week. It's also the part of the stream where I usually have way too many supplies now, markers and pens and things on my drawing table. So if you start to hear more clunking and stuff falling, that's probably why. I really appreciate you taking a spin on the surprise set wheel tonight. This was, as I've probably become a broken record and said a few times, this was a test tonight, and it was actually like a last minute audible that I called on my show. I was originally just going to do a more typical drawing stream, and then I thought maybe about an hour before I started, I said, what if I tried this idea out just to, get the functionality down and see what all the fuss was about on these surprise sets, If anyone's just hopped in, I'm gonna go ahead and run another spot here. $7 bids. You could come away with your very own sketch card. It will assign a character for you, so who knows who you'll get. Rogue just got nabbed off the board there. But we do have, I think Storm is still on the board. We have Spider-Man, Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a whole bunch of other characters listed. And if you happen to like this idea, I invite you to follow me here. I'm going to attempt maybe some other variations of this in future shows and continue testing it out. Hey, you grabbed another one, Batman. Nice. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. It's coming in for another one here. All right, let's start throwing some color on Rogue. And I gotta say, Batman is always a fun one to draw. I mean, they're all fun to draw, but Batman has become one of those characters that when I am just kind of hanging out, if I'm in a work meeting or if I'm on a phone call or something and I got a piece of paper next to me, Batman is one of those who I just start sketching all the time. Just kind of one of those designs that pretty easy to replicate. Spider-Man's another one. I tend to draw Spider-Man a lot when I'm killing time and have a blank piece of paper nearby. So I will say you're getting 2 sketch cards for quite a bit lower than normal. So this is a great night to hop in if anyone's interested. Well, follow me too, because future shows might not be too far off from this for the time being. Who knows? Maybe I'll even do a show with some existing sketch cards. Maybe we'll do something with those. You never know. I'm gonna work on this one, and then I'm gonna start on the Batman, and we'll run another spot and see if anyone else would like to hop in. Has anyone participated in other surprise set shows here on Whatnot? What's your experience been like so far? Anybody got any cool hits or stories or things from them? MIG spin wheel? MIG? I'm not familiar with that. What's that? Oh, Magic the Gathering. Sorry, the acronym. I'm not as up to date on Magic, so the acronym threw me there for a minute. Okay, cool. Have you been happy with the results? Like, did you get some cool stuff off of those? Define happy. Did you have fun while you were? No, I mean, I think I understand that response because, yeah, I've fallen into a few of these rooms, and I Tell you what, some of these they've got it worked out where they're moving so fast. They've got the music going, they got the lights and stuff popping. I mean, they've become little mini casinos, and you really gotta be mindful of what you're doing there. I know I fall into some of these rooms, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like rethinking some of my life's decisions, and I'm like, what did I just do? Yeah, I mean that's where I try to wrap my head around them. Um, I'll go to the casino once in a while, and I do enjoy that. Um, but it's a different thing when you have to actually like get up, drive yourself to the casino. Go to the space. There's a little more effort to go into it, whereas just having this thing available on whatnot right in the palm of your hand, it's interesting. Now, I will say, unlike traditional casinos, you do come away with something. It's just not necessarily what you intend or worth what you pay into it. So ultimately, yeah, it comes down to you got to be careful. And if you're not, then I feel like this is going to become a bigger issue with some people if it's not already. Bid responsibly. Yeah. I usually know when I'm going into something like this how much I can spend. Um, and I don't go beyond that, but I probably shouldn't even do what I do in them. Now, I will say, watching some of them, you see some of the same names spending what looks like an awful lot of money. And that gives me a little bit of anxiety sometimes when I see the kind of money getting spent and just the like you said, those floor items getting hit all the time. See, even you just saying that right now, that frightens me. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but I mean, you're right. It's always funny to me when I'm watching some of those shows and you hear it regularly in shows when people are like, oh, your credit didn't go through. Let me know when that's fixed. It's like, no, if my payment doesn't go through, then it's probably a sign that I should be walking away and stopping. But I'm sure some folks would probably not agree with my own habits in some of those spaces. So one of the things that I'm actually thinking about doing, let me hold that thought while I is taking a bunch of the base cards and things that I've collected over the years, just stuff that I've collected on my own. But I want to put together my own quote unquote. Where's my camera? My own quote unquote packs. And obviously, the cards themselves wouldn't be the draw to one of these shows, but inside each one will be an original sketch card. Now, those will already be pre-drawn. It won't be like tonight where I'm doing commissions, but I want to do a whole series of packs that have, and each pack has at least one sketch card. There might even be a few packs with more than one sketch card if I get off my butt and actually do it. But I'd like to do a show like that down the road, and then that would let me get rid of some of the junk cards that I have. The cards themselves wouldn't necessarily be the most special, but they would be themed around the sketch. So if the sketch were, say, Wolverine, then the cards in the pack leading up to them might be like X-Men cards that I've collected um, throughout my childhood or modern day or whoever. If I've got a bunch of DC cards that I'm including in a pack, then it might be a Batman sketch or Catwoman or something. So that's in my head. That's one of the ways that I want to try to use this surprise set idea in the future. So stay tuned. If that sounds intriguing at all, stay tuned and keep an eye out. Hopefully, the more I actually say it out loud, the more likely I'll do it. I mean, it sounds interesting to me at least, but we'll see. We'll see. The proof's in the pudding, as they say, right? So I'll try it out, and it might be, if nothing else, it's a way for me to just get rid of a bunch of cards that I might not otherwise be able to get rid of, and it might be kind of fun. I definitely want to get that promoted well in advance, and I have some ideas there as well. But hopefully, even doing some of these type shows now, where I'm just testing out the functionality and giving y'all some cool sketch cards along the way, I think will be helpful in getting ready for that. And I lost a pen. Where did my pen go? So stay tuned. Sounds like something's funny in the other room. All right, I think we got ourselves a rogue here. And there's the first of our cards this evening. to open up a new pack of top loaders here. Let me do this, and then I'll start working on Batman. Ooh, all my penny sleeves have practically fallen out of their packet here. That's never fun. And there is a rogue sketch card. Now let's work on Batman. And once I get through this one a little bit, we will, I'll throw another one out there just in case there's anyone who would like to take advantage of tonight's deal. Actually, first, let me put a few markers away here because this is getting a little crazy with all my supplies. All right, I'm going to pause for a second while I reset my drawing table. So how long have you been into the Magic the Gathering scene? And is that like an evolution of like Dungeons and Dragons fandom for you, or were there other things that you enjoyed growing up that kind of led to it, or has it like always been Magic? Magic the Gathering is another one of those things that is the type of thing that I would probably have loved if I had gotten into it at a younger age, but it's you develop these blind spots along the way for different areas of pop culture and stuff, and that was one of them for me. Used to collect for the art as a kid. Yeah, the art on those types of things is really, really cool. Oh, you picked it back up during COVID? Yeah. I was always, like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff too. I was the artwork, like you just said, the artwork on some of that stuff is just amazing. I had a whole set of Dungeons and Dragons cards as a kid growing up. I had like the complete box set of them that I got just for the art of the cards. Now that I say that out loud, I'm trying to think to myself, was it Dungeons and Dragons I had, or was it something else? It was something along that line. And no, you know what? But the artwork for all the different creatures and monsters and things was just really out of this world. It's one of the things that probably really motivated me to continue and pursue art. It's just seeing some of that stuff that people could bring to life. You know what? I'm not really digging that one. Let's start another one. From the TV show, I don't think it was from the TV show. There was a line of cards. Now I got to look it up. They were like painted, and the TV show was animated, correct? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it was a 1991 set. So this is, it's kind of hard to see. This is what I was thinking of. This was the box set that I had. And yeah, it is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It was the 1991 set. And I think I got the whole box for like Christmas or a birthday or something one year. But the artwork on those, yeah, I'm showing my age a little bit now. These were 91 was this series, but you can kind of see, I know it's not focusing real well, but you can kind of see the style of art that was on those. And I just remember really enjoying that kind of stuff. I just want to make sure. I had him listed as Batman. Did I have him listed as Batman or as Absolute Batman? Regular Batman. Okay. I didn't. I wasn't sure if I put Absolute or not. Absolute was a separate list. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I actually put Absolute Batman on there. I know I put Absolute Bane on there. Well, as I said, very last minute format for me tonight, so I'll have to make a note of that for myself to really remember the list that I have out there. Are you watching the new Lanterns show at all? No. Yeah. I've been enjoying that so far. Only 2 episodes in, but I have been digging that. Oh, really? Well, it's easy to fall behind on that kind of stuff. There's certainly way too many options out there sometimes, and even though I managed to keep up with some of it, it's tricky for sure. But no worries. That's the beauty of streaming, though, right? I mean, you can kind of go back and binge whenever you have a chance. Well, no spoilers here for anything then. Although I must say, I probably should watch less of that stuff. If I want to be more productive with my time, that would be a good place to start. But easier said than done, right? All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another one up in case there's anyone new in the chat that might be interested. Let me. Welcome in, Drewski. We're gonna run the next one up here. If anybody's interested in playing along, throw a bit out. You get assigned a character, and I draw a sketch card for you. Easy peasy, right? Right now we're working on Batman. We just finished up Rogue. Just having some fun on a Wednesday night. Doing some drawing. Hanging out with some cool people. All right, now I can start pulling out all the markers I just put away. Ah, there's one. Welcome in, Dead Man's Hand Gambit. Go ahead and run another spot here. We just finished up Rogue. We're working on Batman now. Grab a spot. You get a character assigned to you. Gambit is still on the wheel. And who knows? We'll do a sketch for you. That's the name of the game this evening. Thought it'd be fun and do a surprise set and give everybody a sketch card tonight. Why not? Hanging out on a Wednesday. Why not sell some art for decent prices here? At least I think they're decent, but your mileage may vary. First time doing a show like this, so if you're intrigued, if you're curious to see how these go, I invite you to follow me, subscribe, bookmark, all that fun stuff. And the next couple of shows that I do will most likely follow this format or some version of this format. Welcome in, John. Welcome in, Old Man Roman. Welcome in, anyone who I might have missed. Appreciate y'all stopping in and passing through and hanging out. Let's go ahead and we're going to run one again here just in case anyone else would like to hop in on this tonight. We're doing sketch cards. You get a hand-drawn sketch card. Place a bid, get a character assigned to you, and I'll draw it. Why not? Something different. Welcome in, Sandman. How are you doing tonight? All right, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run one more. This is going to be my last one for the evening. So if anybody has not hopped in, if anybody would like to take a stab at one, this will be the last one we run. And if not, no worries. Once I finish up Batman here, I will most likely call it a night unless we have a taker on that one. Oh, that is perfectly fine. We're going to try, well, like I said, we'll try this format again. And this was kind of fun, I got to say. I hope you all had fun too. If you were hanging out and sparse, I appreciate you grabbing a couple here. I'm going to make sure I have Cyclops on the wheel next time. Oh, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Hope you'll come back and check out one of the future shows. Definitely next Wednesday is already scheduled. I just got to probably edit the format so it's more like this. But that will be my goal. And then I'll add a few more shows to the lineup here soon. And we're not completely done yet. Once I get some more work in on old bats here. Welcome in, Mordecai. Welcome in, James. How are y'all doing? We are just starting to wind down, wrapping up on Batman here, but it's a fun stream. missed out on the show tonight, I encourage you to invite you to follow me here on Whatnot. Subscribe, bookmark the next show. We'll do this again. And there we go. We got a Batman sketch card to go along with the Rogue sketch card. Let me throw that in a sleeve real quick. Just wanted to let that gel pen kind of settle there momentarily. And the white gel is interesting. It kind of bled into the purple, but it looks pretty cool. I like that. All right. Welcome in, Zydred. Welcome in, anyone and everyone. All right, appreciate you guys hanging out with me this evening. Appreciate you letting me try something new here. Sparse, thank you for picking up a couple of cards tonight through the surprise sets. You get a Batman coming your way, and of course you get Rogue coming your way. So these two are heading off to you. The glare is kind of bright, but there we go. I will get those on their way. Thank you all so much. Bookmark future shows. Follow me here on Whatnot. We'll do this again. And thanks so much. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate y'all.